All right, I think we can get started. It's AMA number 11 already, which is pretty crazy. Time goes fast when you're having fun. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get started with the general announcements. So you guys have seen, probably already have seen the podcast that we did with Justin Kahn from Fractal. It was released last Friday. We hope everyone enjoyed listening as much as we liked recording it together with him. I just want to pick one of the biggest highlight, which is our vision around partnerships with other projects. We believe in timed events for all these partnerships. And as we explained, imagine a fractal NFT that you hold and that you could use, for example, in a limited timed fractal event to power up your tank or even your dog. And we were also super excited if community DAOs can fight or battle against each other through leaderboards and win different prizes. That is what we think would be super awesome, and that is what we think is a true metaverse where Panzerdogs could live in. The next thing is the Panzerdogs website. We noticed some of the information is outdated, and we're going to update the website this week with some new information regarding the roadmap. You guys probably are following our roadmap very closely, and we're actually much further than we thought. So we were able to add some more stuff on the roadmap. And we're super confident that the alpha build that we are currently working on will be out probably by the end of next month. Our team already has been playing the online game modes, the team deathmatch game mode in the office, and we're having a lot of fun playing the build by ourselves. Yesterday, we announced on our Twitter that Magic Eden has listed us on the creator page and added a verification badge or verified badge. I'm sorry. So Magic Eden is currently curating and interviewing a lot of game developers on the Solana ecosystem. They want to make sure that they have serious game developers on their marketplaces. For them, it's important to make sure that these projects they can support and have a great future on their platform as well. There's more to come from this collab. We cannot announce more yet, but just stay tuned and keep a close watch on our social channels. I just heard that the bootcamp demo is out, the updated one with tank imports. This is a huge milestone, guys. Super happy that we were able to release it today. So you can already start import your tanks and start playing with your tank in the bootcamp demo. We also released a new map. So we were very curious what you think of this new map. And please let us know through socials on Twitter or on Discord what you think when you're playing this new map. So we recommend you to go to panzerdogs.io and press the demo button and try it out ASAP. Last week, we started talking about staking pools that we're going to replace the token airdrop and pre-IDO token allocation with these staking pools. We plan to launch it either next week or the week after, and I'd like to invite Arjan to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we've noticed that the staking pools were, the airdrop, the airdrops take a lot of time, and they don't really promote like engagement on a short-term basis. So we've actually looked into how can we solve that. So we decided to create staking pools where you can put your NFTs in, and you'll be able to have claim tokens on a daily basis. These tokens will not be the Panzer tokens yet, but they will be exchangeable for Panzer tokens in the future. So we hope to see that people will have more utility for the NFTs and actually have something interesting to do with them. Well, what important is for us that the NFTs are still usable in the game. So if you stake them, you can still use them in the game, but you can't list them on a marketplace anymore. And for the first round, we will just have normal pools, but later on, we're actually going to make pools for rare dogs as well, for rare dogs and tanks, so that if you have a rare tank or a rare dog, you'll be able to get more tokens as well.
Yeah, that's super awesome. We can't wait to release these staking pools, and we're very curious what you think about this. Let's move on to the community questions. The first question is, I noticed trend where Lucky Cat team has a great portfolio of games with both single and multiplayer games. However, the majority of these games stopped getting updates around 1 year after release. How will the team ensure that this won't happen to Panzerdogs and keep this fresh for future seasons, metas, and basically ensure to the community that they are here for the long haul? Aaron, are you going to take this question?
Yeah, I think that's actually a very interesting question. So I'm gonna try to elaborate on that. Actually, I think most of our mobile games have been updated for longer than a year after their release. But it's true that after a while we don't do any more major updates on the game, and that especially goes for hyper casual games. Those games are very simple, and there's only so much you can do with hyper casual game. And mostly we're working on new games. So whenever we release a game, it takes a while before a game sort of dies down. And mobile game space is a very hit driven market. So the players just move very fast from game to game. But I can assure you that Panzerdogs is our biggest project yet. So we're definitely gonna continue updating that for a long while, and the community is just is just huge and really active, and we're gonna make sure that those players are supported for a long time. And we definitely recognize the space as being very different, compared to the mobile free to play market. Just one example. You know, Mobile free to play games. The retention benchmark is around 50% for day one users and 10% for day seven users. That means half of the players will be gone after a single day, and 90% of the players are gone after 7 days. And that's still considered a hit. So those churn rates are pretty high. And the benchmarks in blockchain games are really different. Compared to that, it's like 80 to 90% day one retention. So players are much more active, and they stick around much longer. So based on that, we're definitely gonna continue supporting the game for a much longer time.
Yeah, I want to add to that as a team and as a company, we've always dreamed about working with the community, and on mobile games, it's pretty hard to build a community with the games that you considering the categories that are out there, and we're seeing this as a really good opportunity to build something for the long haul, as this person mentioned in the question, and really focus on this one title where we can share all the basically the revenues even with a community. So it's a much more different dynamic than the mobile gaming industry or the mobile gaming genre, and we truly believe that with making a blockchain game, we are empowering users in a much different way, and users are getting new superpowers basically that are unlocked for them, which is sharing a lot of the upside basically of the game. And as long as we both can grow, we think that's a win-win situation, and that gives us a lot of positive energy at the same time. So and this is a whole new way of gaming. So this is not like an hyper casual game that you can that you create and that you can push to the top charts for a couple weeks, because those kind of games are unfortunately not that great for updating and having events or something like that inside the game. So again, we've always dreamed about building a community and working together with you guys. So I think this is a great opportunity, and we really look forward to working on Panzerdocs for the long term. All right, the next question is, how will the skin portion work once the tank is deconstructed? Is the skin considered a tank part? This one's for you, Henry.
Hey, yeah. So the tank, the skin counts as a fourth slot on your tank, right? If it's left empty during construction, then you'll be given a default skin, but you won't be able to retrieve that when you deconstruct it later. So it's kind of like it's an extra optional component, which is pretty nice.
So what dog traits will affect tank crafting, and will rare traits such as the Tiara Third Eye have special crafting abilities to counter the uncommon traits it is paired with?
Yes, so all of the traits will influence crafting, but the rarer the trait, the rarer and more valuable the effect on the crafting will be. This ranges from simple sways, pushes towards certain part attributes, like on the more common side of your traits on your dog, but it goes all the way up to bonus drops and extra rewards and chances for all of this up on the rarer end. There'll be some skins, for example, that can only be acquired through drops in the rarer tiers. So you can imagine that you get a rarer dog with a specific trait on it, and you can essentially farm out the only versions of these skins if you have the only dog with those traits.
No, that sounds awesome. And do you have any plans for rewarding wills with a lot of Panzerdogs? That's a question that we get a lot, actually. Hernan?
Yeah, like Curtis said, kind of answered this question before, but simply put, the rewards that you get will scale with the number of Panzerdogs that you own. Including the token airdrop, the pre-IDO allocation, and also the play to earn. In that sense, like the max XP cap increases, and you will get some XP boosts if you have more. So if you have more Panzerdogs, you can earn more and faster. And read the white paper for all the rewards that the holders are eligible for.
Yeah, and also want to note that the white paper is a living document. Like as we mentioned last week, we updated it. I'm not sure if it was last week or a week before, but like we updated it to version 0.7, and you can check the change log at the top of the white paper. Again, it's a living document, so we keep updating as we are getting feedback, but also if we see any, let's say, new opportunities that are beneficial for all the holders. We also got some last minute questions I see here. So one of those question is, will a user be able to play and earn reward without having to specify a wallet? And can they decide to withdraw tokens, NFT, on its own wallet? And has the Panzerdoc team decided the percentage of the token that will be sent to holders? This one's for Hernan again.
Yeah, we're still working out the architecture for player accounts. So what parts are on the blockchain and what parts are going on the traditional servers. But the answer is most likely yes. Rewards can be stored on accounts before you actually link your wallet. And about the percentage of tokens going to the holders, that's not decided completely yet. We're still working on the token distribution with our advisors. So the white paper will be updated once the info is ready.
Awesome. These were all the community questions, and yeah, if you have any questions, please raise your hand and we'll make you a speaker. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, how's it going?
All good here. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. I had a couple questions I wrote down for you guys today. Um, so excited to see a new map already right out the gate. That's super awesome. Um, how many maps do you guys believe or expect that you'll kind of maybe like launch with, say, beta or I guess even final game? Like, what does that look like for you guys?
Henry, are you gonna pick this one up, or I can also do it?
So yeah, I'm in the middle of fixing something at the moment. It would be great if you could pick this one up.
Yeah, we just released that new build, so yeah, so initially it's we haven't decided really on like how many maps. It really depends also on the feedback of the community, right? Like and also on the data that we see regarding the retention of the users. But obviously we want to have like a variety of maps that differ from each other, have different kind of strategy where you can play against each other. We already have 5 different tile sets, so that means
Perfect.
that we can already build like 5 different maps.
Perfect.
So it's not really about like, for us it's not really about the quantity of different maps that we can build and churn out very fast. It's more about the quality of those maps, and if you have like a lot of replayability, right, on different maps. I think that is an important metric to us. Like, do really people enjoy this kind of map? Could you play this map like in different ways in terms of strategy? Also considering the kind of tanks that there are out there. So I think that one is like the most important metric. Like, we would rather have like 3 cool maps, right, than like 20 or 30 maps that are like not really fun to play. So it's really based on it's going to be we're going to have an iterative approach and a data-driven approach as well.
Yeah, it's worth noting as well that the maps that we currently have in the pool they're experimental. Like
Sure.
we're seeing what people think of the maps as we're playing them as well. We're finding what fits within our game design. This one's quite interesting. It's a little different than the previous map we tried. It's a bit more close quarters, so it makes things a bit more frantic. I think it makes it more fun. We'll have to see what people think though.
Awesome. Yeah, so you did mention tile sets. Obviously, I don't think anybody's like looking for 20 or 30 maps. That would be a lot. But I guess, when you see something that has 6 to 8 or something like that, adds legitimacy. The tile sets you have, are those already in different like biomes, or if not, is that a plan?
Yeah, so some of the ones we have at the moment, we have one that's like a forest, one that's sort of like a cyber city. We have some ideas for one that's on the moon as well. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then we have this wasteland map that we currently have at the moment. We have another one as well, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Oh yeah, the forest as well. Yeah.
No snow.
That Martin made.
You gotta have snow.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah, we have snow as well.
Yeah,
What about that? We have like an Arctic map. That's the one I was missing.
Oh, sorry.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry. It's a lot of questions, I know. That actually segues really easy into this one, I guess. Are you guys watching, I think it's called Spider Tanks from Gala Games? Just
that's
from a competitive standpoint and all that,
Well, I wouldn't say too competitive. Like the CEO of Spider Tanks is a good friend of mine, so we're talking to each other.
Cool.
It's funny that you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a promising game, and I certainly don't mean that competition has to be nasty. That's not the case. Just wondered if they were on the radar.
We're even exchanging ideas, so that's pretty fun actually.
Great. Okay, so then my last one really has more to do with, I guess, the dynamic between NFT holders and the potential for non-paying players, right? So I know that maybe that was already kind of in the discussion that there could be kind of a rentals of your tanks. Do you guys have any more details on like how that would work? I come from a Axie Infinity background, so I have a bunch of scholars, and I know they would enjoy playing. So that's something I would want to do. And recently I'm really kind of looking at Pegaxy and thinking about getting involved in that because it's kind of hot, but it's also kind of expensive. And but their system, Pegaxy, seems really good and versatile. It's kind of automated for you. You can just put them out there. People can pick them up, rent them for either a sum or a split share, which is super cool. But also, I guess for myself personally, I like to retain the ability to allow rental for specific users versus just random people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm not sure if someone else asked that question in a prior AMA, but this is a bit far out still.
Sure.
We don't have like the specifics yet, but we do know that we want to do rentals as well. It's on a roadmap. That's what I can say for sure, because at the same time it's also a good way to grow organically. The only thing we can say is that it's on our roadmap. Exact details will be released at a later stage.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, certainly game first. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Of course. Have a good one.
All right. It seems like there are no other questions this week. So we're going to finish a bit sooner. But we do want to repeat that our alpha build, or the updated build, sorry, it's not the alpha build, the updated bootcamp demo is out on our website. You can start playing with your tanks. Don't forget to do that. Go to our website, panzerdogs.io, click the play demo button, and if you have tanks, start brawling.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys think of the balance, and seeing like what sort of inventive ways you play with your parts and stuff like that. It's been quite an active period for us to get these all up to you. So I'm really excited to see what you guys think. So make sure to let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next week.